Hello guys, my name is Willem. Welcome to LRDX Cars here in Monaco today to take you here for a drive in a brand new Aston Martin Vantage around the F1 track here in Monaco. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe on the channel and enjoy this drive around Monaco in a brand new racing green Aston Martin Vantage. Here on the outside you also have a brand new DB12 Volante and a DBX. Last time I was here I reviewed for you the new Aston Martin Vanquish. Also the Volante version will be coming soon they say, and the DBX S version with even more horsepower we'll see in the coming video, because I'll stay here of course in Italy and I'll come here after the week. So let's enjoy the drive in a Vantage. There it is. Nice. Racing green, new Vantage. The armor groove and everything, carbon mirrors. Open the doors like this. Over the carbon side skirt even. And then we'll go for the drive around the track here in Monaco. Brand new interior on the Vantage. Was a great how can I say, improvement for Aston Martin to make their own infotainment system.
Yes, definitely. They definitely restarted from zero, and yeah, now the previous generation of interior was too much AMG and from Mercedes. Now it's all developed by Aston Martin 100%. You still have some details that you can
like some on the steering wheels and buttons
that can remind you Mercedes, but then all the rest, the new interior, the new system, infotainment, screens, etc., are developed by Aston Martin. Yes. So yeah.
I think a lot of customers really appreciate it now that
we have of course
the new infotainment system.
Some clients were a bit annoyed that the car is too much, it's too similar to Mercedes.
Yes.
But now finally they have something really.
Yeah, for me it was like a great development they did. I was in Goodwood when they released the DB12 there, and it was like the first car, I think, the DB12, who had like the new infotainment system.
Then there was the Vantage and DBX and the Vanquish, of course.
Yeah, no, the new Vanquish. And the engine they use in this car is a V8 engine, 4-liter engine by AMG.
Yes, exactly.
But then tuned by I think Aston Martin themselves.
Yeah, the base of the engine comes from AMG, but then of course it's worked by and developed by Aston Martin. But yeah, the base of the engine, only V8, comes from AMG. Then V12 is from Aston Martin.
I think only on the new Vanquish you have like the V12 engine who is fully made by Aston Martin. Okay. Because in the past Aston Martin was mostly making V12 cars. Now with the more strict rules in Europe, it becomes more of a harder thing for them to make V12s. 666 horsepower?
665.
665 horsepower now. For a Vantage it's a lot of horsepower. If you
previous generation was 510, so it's a big gap.
It's a big increase, so like 150.
Not like 40 horsepower, but no, it's a big gap.
That's the thing Aston Martin nowadays really is trying to focus on, to make more performance cars instead of just more an elegant luxury Grand Tour, sort of like the Bentleys almost. It was of course more sporty because you had like the Aston Martin Heritage. But now the last years, I think the last 2-3 years, they really focusing on a lot of performance.
Sportivity, performance, and our competitors now are Ferrari.
In Formula 1 also.
And yes, we are in Formula 1. So yeah,
I think that's a good thing that you're now in Formula 1 also for engineering. Maybe some development goes into the cars.
For research and development, and even for the marketing, of course. We have to be honest. It's good for the business. It's good for the cars. It's good for the product.
Like the safety cars now.
Yes, exactly. This is the color of this car is the podium green, which is exactly the same green as the Formula 1 and the safety car.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool to know that you drive.
very pretty color. Very pretty color on the outside. Sort of a very bright dark green. Not a heritage green, racing green, but more.
It's a very deep green with some blue tints. It's very nice. And the satin carbon inside.
Yeah, I was looking already full satin carbon on the inside. It's an option, I think, to have full carbon fiber on the inside.
Yeah, you have a different pack. You can have more or less carbon, but here it's the full carbon pack.
Okay, this is the full carbon pack. Okay.
Then you have also this option, the Bowers and Wilkins audio system, which is much better. I mean, the standard one is good though, but here it's even better.
It's a high quality, high premium brand of sound system. I like it that you still have some physical buttons, like for the exhaust you see here a button, for the suspension I think, the ESC, the cameras.
The exhaust, suspension, hot air, cool air in the seats, and this is to change the driving mode. Like when you start the car you are in the sport mode, which is basically the standard mode on the Vantage, and then when you turn you have the Sports Plus and track.
Okay.
And on the left side you have also the wet individual, which
you can set yourself,
custom mode, and then the wet mode.
Okay, we also have the wet mode for the winter. When you drive the car in the winter,
exactly.
It is snowing, if it's raining very much, or a lot outside.
There was no wet mode before the DB12, so it's pretty new though.
Okay, it's a mode they made especially now for this car, because I think the Vantage is a car you can almost use all year around.
Yeah, of course.
The Vanquish is maybe a bit too extreme to drive in the winter, but I think that the Vantage will be a car you can almost daily drive.
Yes, exactly.
Because you have the boot in the back.
It's compact. You have a lot of space for a car like this.
Yes.
And for Monaco with the tight streets and parking in Trixter, it's very nice.
I live now in Italy, and for me also the cars can't be too big. Like the Vantage is actually perfect to still have a parking spot and make sure that nobody scratches the car.
Exactly.
And in like Monaco, it's also the same thing. A small city, Vantage, like Asian city, small roads, all houses are close to each other. So the Vantage is actually, I think, very perfect car. It does everything, I think. Can I ask more on the performance, like the top speed 320 kilometers an hour?
Yeah, 225.
Okay.
And but
it's a very high top speed for a sports car, like 325. And then I think 3.5 seconds, because it's a rear wheel driven car, from 0 to 60 miles.
All the cars are real driven cars. Even the DBX, it's not all wheel drive. It's like a dynamic, like you have some electricity in the front wheels if you lose some grip, but when you drive it, it's a rear wheel drive.
If you push it and put it in sports mode or track mode, even in the DBX, you will have all the power on the rear wheels. Okay, it's great.
So you really feel like you are in a sports car. Even in the DBX, you feel like you are in a sports car. It's crazy. You are a bit higher, of course, but the feeling is pretty much the same as the
same on the DBX. Is now it's like the most powerful luxury SUV or sport SUV out. 700 horses on the 707.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there is also the Puro Songway, but now there is a DBX S.
Yes.
So it's even a bit more powerful than
725, I think it was.
Yeah. 727 horsepower.
And same on the new Vanquish, 825, I think it was.
Yeah, exactly.
So Aston Martin is really pushing to be like the
before
highest
people
performing.
It's not like the boring cars for old gentlemen anymore.
Yes.
Now it's really for real drivers. And
do you also see it on the newer customers that you get some younger people also
definitely,
now? Because I think a lot of people in the past like drove maybe Lamborghini because it's more sporty, Porsche, and now I think Aston Martin is also become an option, especially the Vantage is, I think.
Yeah. We see it in our showroom. We see that the customers are younger than before, and the people who used to buy like a Lamborghini, the Huracan, etc. Now they want something more exclusive, though. So they come to visit us, and yes, definitely with the Formula One and with the new products, the younger customers come to Aston Martin now. So we are really happy about that.
Do you see it in the sales last year that the sales are also growing, depending on when you put more effort in making the car have more performance, have more, like you say, the more attracting of younger people. As you see it in the sales that it's been going better.
We saw it, and also thanks to the new infotainment system, because as you know, on the previous model it was a bit outdated. So now
I like Mercedes-Benz, and I think other customers maybe who had a Mercedes-Benz were like, and we want another car, I don't want to have like the same
exactly.
inside.
And so now yes, you have the modern system with the Apple CarPlay and everything. So now it's okay for the young customers. They're happy with the new system. It's
like Apple CarPlay. It's these days become like almost. That you can't miss it anymore, like everybody is using it, like the Waze for the music.
Exactly.
It's a great thing.
It's a bit...
a lot of traffic here today in Monaco, in the city. But it's not a bad thing. We can talk some about the car. You have like a full Alcantara headliner here. It's quite nice to see. This car is using, I think, green stitching on the inside.
It's actually lime essence. Yeah.
Okay. It's a perfect combination on the outside. I think you also had like the pinstripe on the...
not on this one, but you can have one, yes. It's also a racing color, so
yes.
It matches well with the...
You had it on the Vanquish, I think, the
yes, exactly.
pinstripe, yes.
Exactly.
I think it's a very cool thing to have like the racing green color on the outside, and then have like a small pinstripe for the accent. You can have also the brake calipers, I think, in this lime green color. So to have like a nice spec, make two-tone color combination on it, it's a very pretty car. Here I think still a glove box to put some things in. The seats are of course automatically adjustable. You have 3 positions to save. If you want to put the car on manual, you can do it by the pedals. I think it's a 7-speed gearbox.
Yes.
Yes. Like a dual clutch gearbox, or it's the DCT gearbox, or
it's a ZF gearbox.
ZF and then 7 speeds.
Smooth. Yeah, very smooth.
Now we're driving up to the casino here in Monaco. Great sound also. Now we're driving Sport Plus, so the exhaust is open, I think.
Yes, exactly. The exhaust is open, but even if you are in the normal mode, you can open the exhaust here with this button.
So, and even maybe in the wet modes? I wanted to ask.
In any modes, you can enjoy the nice sound.
Even if it's raining, you can have like a good sound on. It's nice. It's nice to have. Especially for younger people like me, we like the sound mostly of the car, so it's important to have some fun always in these cars. Open here the window a bit. Also have some sound of the car on the outside, because you all have good sound in the inside, I think.
Yes.
Here.
Yeah, no, it's always it's not too much. It's not. It's just what we need to have a good feeling.
Sure.
Nice.
Nothing too much that you don't bother the people walking around, but still a good sound to it. Do you know something about the weight of the car? 1500 kilos, 1600, I think.
The weight, I think it's like 1.6, but
if you maybe fuel it up and put all the fluid in it, maybe 1700.
Yeah, exactly. I have to check, to be honest,
but it's still a good weight of the car.
Yeah, exactly. It has the best ratio in terms of weight power. It's the best. Even if it's the less powerful car of the range, it has the best ratio between the weight.
Okay, so the weight ratio is better as in the Vanquish? I think. Okay, because it's a more compact car, smaller car.
And the V12, you know, it's a much bigger engine, so of course it's heavier. And and the car is really big. So that's why why the Vantage is actually the sports car of the range. There is not even a GT mode. It's like the normal mode is sport. When in the DB12 and DBX and Vanquish, the normal mode is GT mode. There is no GT mode in the Vantage.
This is really a sports car.
Yeah.
Like, do you know some people go take it on the track maybe sometime? Is it possible?
Yes,
Because you have the track
yes,
mode?
of course. Then if you like to go on the track, then
Because,
maybe be sure to choose the ceramic brakes options.
Okay. It's an option to have ceramic brakes.
It's
Okay.
an option. It's a standard on the Vanquish and DBX,
Yes.
but yes, it's an option for the Vantage and DB12.
Okay. Good to know. I would think it's if you're just going to drive it on the road, maybe you don't need it, the brakes. But I think if you have 665 horsepower and you will be driving it sporty, I think it's quite smart to put ceramic brakes on the car to have good braking power. Because it's smart to. It's fun to go fast, but the car also has to stop at some point. Great view here also of the navigation.
Yeah.
Press here. You see here navigation. You can even see some of the buildings they put in the navigation.
Nice DBX.
Yeah, that's a very beautiful DBX.
With the plate 707.
Hey, cool. So the 7 Series now then same plate. Then it's the Volcano red, I think.
Yes, this must be the Supernova red.
Okay, it's a new red color. Okay.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful one.
Yeah, I like it. For me, sports car has to have like an exotic color, like no grey, no black. Otherwise, you should make the inside, I think, a bit colorful.
Yeah.
If you have like black on black or grey on black, you sometimes don't even notice the car. Now the Aston Martin, of course, you will notice, but you know what I mean. Like pick an exotic color, and the car gives like an extra touch to being even more exotic.
But yeah, it depends on what type of vibe you want with the car. If you want something more classy, more James Bond, gentleman, then definitely go for a silver or something like that. But yes, if you want something more exotic, then racing green or podium green like this or red are a
good choices to go for. I wanted to ask, the DBX is, I think, the best selling car for Aston Martin nowadays, or is it the
Yes, it's pretty much the half of the sales, because it's really a car that you can use every day to bring the kids at school, to do the groceries, to go to them in Switzerland,
to take on vacation, to go everywhere. Yes.
When the Vantage or the Vanquish, etc., are more cars that you use on the weekend or on
or if you don't have a family, if you just are single or
the DBX, it can be your first car in your garage. So yes, it's okay.
And then the S just released on the DBX, you say?
The what? Sorry.
The S version, even more powerful as the 707 version.
Yes, 20 horsepower more.
Okay.
Compared to the normal one. Maybe we can. Let's go here.
Beautiful sound of the car.
Yeah, it is.
Hij drove een...
Unfortunately on a very short distance.
Yeah, but it's nice, very nice. I drove like an SL AMG before.
Yeah.
And
63?
I was thinking, the 63 version, I was thinking it's the same V8, but it's not the same sound. I hear also,
no, of course it's
as a passenger, I even feel that this car is more aggressive, more powerful.
Then all the people who love AMG will recognize some similar sound, but yes, it's still a bit different though.
It's still different on the turbos. I think the turbos changed on the Vantage. like the burble sound.
Yeah. Plus we are in Sport Plus, so the exhaust is full open.
It's full open. This car is warmed up. You hear that like in the window reflection. Nice spec on this car. Also on the exterior, this car has like all the carbon options, like the carbon mirrors, side skirts.
Yes, you have two types of carbon. The high, how do you put that?
The more satin finish.
Yes, you can have satin or shiny.
Yes, or more gloss.
Otherwise, piano black.
Or piano black.
Or
Okay.
body color.
And piano black is think the standard.
Yes.
Okay.
Or body color, depending on but.
You can also choose maybe some body colored parts if you would want.
For the roof also you can have the body color.
Yes. It's a nice option to maybe save some weight also, take the carbon fiber.
Yes, because it's still a pretty big part of carbon, so you save a lot of weight.
Yeah, a couple kilos saved. I like it when you pick the outside in the gloss carbon and on the inside then the more satin carbon to have a bit of a different carbon.
The inside is nice because when the sun is reflecting on the carbon, it's better to have it in satin because
with the gloss it maybe becomes warmer and you have
exactly.
reflection in your face maybe. Then we're back at Aston Martin. That's a very fun drive.
My pleasure.
I want to thank you very much for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Can I ask your name?
Thomas.
Thomas. Thank you very much, Thomas. I'm
Thank
Willem.
you.
I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm gonna quickly take you also around the outside.
It's okay. You can open the door. I can reverse a bit if you want. Yeah.
I'll be very safe. Yeah, maybe go up a bit. We don't scratch the car. That's perfect. Thank you very much. The good thing with Aston Martin is you always have these doors that open up a bit more upwards, that you don't hit like the side skirts. Quickly take you around the car. This car has satin black on the wheels up there, like the 5-spoke satin black finish, and then full carbon fiber around here. You see on the diffuser with the fins in full carbon fiber. Two exhausts on each side. It's very beautiful. You see it metallic color of green that they also use in the Formula 1. Full carbon fiber roof. It's a great look, this spec. Quite like it. Here you have some air outlets on the side to let the hot air out of the rear wheel arches to cool the brakes are also on the back. Side skirt full carbon fiber. Then here again an air outlet where you can read Aston Martin carbon fiber Monaco today. Great look of this car. Full carbon fiber here again on the front nose, on the front lip. Then here again an air intake that you cools here the brakes and the front wheel arches, and the hot air can go out here on the side. You see full carbon fiber mirrors in an elegant way shaped. Two air outlets here on the bonnet of the engine. It's a finish you see on a lot of Aston Martins, also in the past, that you have some air outlets on the bonnet. It's a very elegant look, and then you have these aggressive stripes on the sides. I prefer this Vantage over the past one, because the past one had like the smaller head, and now you have like a big headlights, a bit similar to the DB12. But it's a very good look. I think these headlights very sporty. And then here also on the badge, a special finish. You can choose to have like full blacked out Aston Martin badge. Gloss blacker in the big grille. That's also a thing I quite like on the Vantage. Nowadays they created like the bigger grille almost to the bottom of the car, and then also widened to the side. There you see the aero looking straight, see the tires. Great look, full cameras around this car. It's a very beautiful one. So stand a bit backwards here for you. The car pass. Also have a side view here of the beautiful Aston Martin Vantage. If you are interested in an Aston Martin, come here to Monaco. Very helpful team of salespeople here in Monaco. They're doing a great job. And then to end the video, I want to say to all of you, leave a like and subscribe on the channel if you want to see more videos like this, where I'll be telling you something about supercars and being around here in Monaco doing some car spotting. I think in the next video I'll review a Bugatti Chiron, so make sure to subscribe on the channel, guys, and a very big thanks. See you in the next one. Bye. Ciao.